Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian from NY Blade EDC, and today I have this Russian made beauty on the table, the CKF Snafu 2.0, and this was so generously loaned to me by Kona Knives on Instagram. Go give him some love him up. He's a great guy. So okay, into the knife. 3.82 inch blade of M390 steel. I gotta show that finish on that blade. It's sweet. I got some fingerprints on it. Avoid that. Just ignore that. Excuse me. Not avoid it. You got a 5-inch handle of titanium with this cool bronze look to it. I could just add. Look at that pivot collar there. Hi, it's gorgeous. All right. Overall length 8.82 inches, and it weighs 5.49 ounces. So this big old knife isn't super heavy as you would expect, but we'll get a size comparison here. I gotta wipe that fingerprint off. That's annoying me. So, just a little scrib dub. There we go. All right, so size comparison here for you. We have a Spyderco PM2. So as you can see, this is a little larger than the PM2. We have the Hogue Doug Ritter, or full-size Benchmade Griptilian. As you can see, is also a little bigger than that. And I believe the closest knife in my collection that I have in size comparison to this is my SOCOM. So the SOCOM is actually a little larger because the SOCOM is a 9-inch knife, so it's just a smidge longer. Enough of that size comparison. I just forgot what I was gonna say. So into my rating system. So the size, I love big knives, and this one has got the 3.82 inch blade. Jesus, I just stroked out. So that blade is nice and big, got a nice long cutting edge with a nice belly on that blade. Decent sized handle, so your whole hand can get on there, and you got enough real estate for even the bigger hands, you know. So I gave this a size rating of 16 because it's just big, it's bad, it's mean. I love this thing. So 16 out of 20. Now onto ergos. This one doesn't really shine in the ergos department. It's big handle, so you have enough room to hold it, but just that it's very plain. There's no real hot spots besides this little spot right here. My finger hits that, and it's just a little irritation to where you feel it. So that makes it drop down to a 13 out of 20. If it wasn't for that hot spot, I think I would have just had it at 14 because there's nothing really to say about it. They're not bad, but they're nothing mind-blowing. So 13 out of 20. And fit and finish. So this thing is flawless. I really looked over it. I couldn't find anything at all. There's zero lock stick at all with this thing. The thing just drops shut. The blade is centered. The pivot looks really good. Over here fits seated nicely in there. So all this milling's clean up here as well. So I just can't find anything to really bash it, but I gave it a fit and finish of 16 out of 20 because there's really no perfect knife. I'm sure there's something that I could really nitpick if I found it. I just haven't found it. So 16 out of 20 for fit and finish. And on to action. So this thing is got a really large blade, and it just wants to drop shut. So if it wasn't for that finger tab here, it would fall right on my finger, and it'd be a total finger guillotine. As you can see, this thing just beautifully opens and shuts. One thing I do wish this knife had was actually a little jimping on here, because I notice a lot of, I don't get my finger on top of it enough sometimes, and I just kind of slide off. So I wish there was jimping either on this back part here to maybe like recover a bad flip, or even just a little on top, you know. But when you get it right, this big blade, I mean, it's a large blade, 3.82 inches. So if it snaps out like that, drops shut, it's beautiful. I believe this is on bearings. Yes, it's on bearings. Yes, I should have fact checked that beforehand, but it's on bearings. So action, gave a 16.5 out of 20. because it is just so goddamn smooth. You can finger flick it with the thumb studs even. I don't know if you can do the back one. I've never tried it. Oh, yeah, you can. There's a little learning curve, but you can get it. So, thumb studs work good. They're actually used as stop pins as well. So, just like on the SOCOM, actually, it is used as a stop pin and a thumb stud. So, same theory there. But enough of the action. 16.5 out of 20. Onto the price. So this thing, when they were out and available, would run you $645. Now on the secondary, I have no idea what they're going for, but I'm sure it's probably something way up there, probably around the 700 mark as well. So I went off of the MSRP, or the retailer price that you could have gotten them for, at $645. And honestly, I would pay every bit of that, because you're getting a premium made knife. It's titanium. It's got this gorgeous pivot collar pivot, whatever you want to call it. Jesus, I had it right the first time. Pivot collar, excuse me. And just that, look at that fantastic blade finish. Got the polished flats, like a bead blasted grinds and everything. So it's cool jimping. Overall, this design is just awesome. It looks beautiful. It's a good collection piece to have. And I mean, if you're one of the ones that like to use high-end expensive knives, this one would be a good one to use, because it's a big beefy blade, feels good, and I'm sure it'll handle all the tasks you want to throw at it. So price, I gave a 15 out of 20, because this thing, I couldn't think of a reason why to lower the price on this thing. The materials are premium, quality is there. It's just overall a great knife, so it deserves that high price tag. So when you add up all my numbers here, you got 16, 13, 16, 16 and a half, 15, for an overall of 76.5 out of 100. This thing deserves more than just 2 thumbs up. I really cannot explain why, but I just feel this is such a great knife for like collectors to have as like a high-end nice piece. Even just someone who happens to be a collector like me that really can't afford it but happens to get their hands on one like this, it's just awesome. So if you have someone who owns one and will let you use it or check it out, I recommend it. If you can find one for sale and it's a decent price, jump on it. You won't regret it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you aren't subscribed already, please do so, and leave a like, leave a comment, message me on Instagram at nyblade_edc. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and catch you on the next one. Thanks.